Okay, welcome everybody. Let's take a look and see what happened in the stock market today. Wow. S&P 500 futures we got in front of us for December 2021 contracts. This is November 11th, 2021. We're looking at the /ES symbol. You can also trade my favorite, or at least one of my favorites, the E-micro S&P 500 /MES. Now listen, guys and gals, look at the screen in front of you. Before we get started, I want to talk to everybody about something. Yesterday, to my members only, I made a video about an opportunity in the S&P 500, and it played out exactly as I thought it would. Now, I'm not saying it happens every time, but it played out exactly. And I know people made a lot of money today, even on a small little candlestick like that, because there was enough range. Okay, if you look at the range over here, it was 23.5. Okay, I made money on the market today, even with a little candlestick like that. So what am I telling you? You see there for the monthly subscriptions, $5.95. Trust me when I tell you that my premium members, a lot of them made the entire month back easily, right? That one trade today paid for the entire membership. Heck, it probably paid for several months worth of membership. So take advantage of the $5.95 while you can, okay? Because I don't share a lot of things with the public video like I'm putting out now on the S&P 500, but I will share them only with the premium members, okay? So you want to jump in while you can. Trust me, they made good money today. Like I said, educational video only, all right? I don't give financial advice. These are just paper trades. What you do with them is your business, but you want to take advantage of this opportunity. Trust me, okay? All right, let's get back to the video here. So today, look at this little doji, okay? Little dinky doji. Now, we got the Big Daddy telling us, you know, kind of getting towards the bottom here, right? And there's no guarantee it's going to actually bottom out. Okay, and the S&P 500, the SMI, Stochastic Momentum Index, you know, obviously both of these were showing a lot of divergence signals over the last few days. Let's see, when was the last one? Even today, up to even close of today, we're still getting these 12-day divergence signals, okay? That's a 3 or 4 day divergence signal, the white one, and the red ones are both a 3 or 4 and a 12 divergence overlapping at the same time. So lots of stuff going on here telling us about a decline. Okay, so today's a little bit of a pause. All right, and as a matter of fact, for you members, stay tuned after this video because I'm going to put out another video for you guys and gals within an hour after this video is done. Okay, and we're going to talk about potential opportunity. All right, but so the question is, you know, how much further down is this going to come, right? We got a big distance here between the bottom of this little doji candlestick and obviously the 50-day moving average, okay? So the amplitude percent right now is 3.39. Now, that's not huge. We just came off a red hot, you know, back here was red hot, okay? But it's still elevated, and you'll notice today it turned up a little bit, okay? The amplitude percent turned up a little bit. Okay, so it's, you know, it's kind of trying to return to being hot again. So here's the deal. Is this MACD going to roll over? Because it's kissing right now, right? And we're way above the zero line, which is down here. Okay, usually these things play out for a while, right? So, I mean, sometimes they do. It'll come down. It won't come all the way down to zero. Kind of come up, maybe like that. Then finally get down to zero or not, okay? So not necessarily saying that this long-term indicator that the MACD is just going to come straight down like this and touch, though it could. Okay, so this is like a pause in the market right here, and the next thing that happens is going to tell us, you know, specifically where this is headed. Is it going to pause and curl up? Okay, is the Big Daddy going to stall right here and start going up? Okay, that's the big thing we want to know. Let's take a look at the monthly chart. Okay, you want to always look at the longer time frames. Okay, so here we are on the monthly. Of course, we just started this second week, right? Today is, I think, what, the 9th or the 10th? Okay, today is 11th, sorry. One day runs into the next, you know how it is. So we're in the second week of November. And look at this little doji. I'm sorry, not little doji. This is a little candlestick. Just a little tiny guy. Okay, usually by now this candlestick would be big into the second week, but not this one. It's a little know-nothing guy. Okay, so a lot of weakness in the market up in here with all these 3-week divergence little dots showing up, okay? And The MACD still shows, decent gap here, right? It's still showing strength. Still showing a lot of strength. Okay, the amplitude, excuse me, the amplitude percent, 29.68. Yeah, look at that thing. Continues to be a monster. Absolute monster. Okay, I talked about this yesterday and the day before. There's only been a few times in the last 30 years, 20, 30 years in the SP 500 that it's been higher than this right down here. Okay, they're usually like back in the late 1990s. Okay, 1998, they got up to like 36. There was some 34, kind of 34 through 36 area, back there in 1998. That's it. All the rest of the time in history, nothing's been higher than pretty much where we're at right now. Okay, so a lot of risk to the downside. Now, that doesn't mean that this month or next month is all going to crash and burn, but there's definitely a lot of risk, okay? Let's take a look at the weekly. See what's going on here. Okay, this weekly this weekly candlestick, look at this thing, red. It's red, okay? And as I talked about yesterday, I'll mention it here again today, I think this is this week, right? Yes. This red dot on the weekly chart, 12-week divergence dot. And I've mentioned this before and I'll talk about it again. As you come out of these lows like that, and that low, we'll get these false signals like here, okay? But we're, like I said yesterday, we're far enough removed now that I don't really think that's a false signal, okay? I take that dot and that dot to be legit. They're the real deal. They're telling us there's a 12-week divergence on the Big Daddy, and there's that's a 12-week and a 3 or 4 week, together happen at the same time. And this one down here is a 12-week divergence going on the SMI, the Stochastic Momentum Index, all right? Now, we can see here on the weekly MACD, it's just kind of flat. It's not giving us a lot to go on, right? Very flat. Been like that for a long time on the weekly, just kind of going straight across. Okay, so we're not going to look at the MACD on the weekly and try to glean anything from it. Just let it do what it does. We'll look at shorter term, the monthly, and very short term to get a better feel on the MACD, okay? But I would say right now, there's still weakness in this market, okay? There's still weakness here. And the shorter term time frames are going to tell us where this thing is headed, okay? All right, let's go take a look. I want to finish up by going back and take a look at the daily and just try to get a sense for what's going on here. Yeah. This pause right here. I'm trying to look back here just in recent history, guys and gals. Give me a minute to look back to see, where dojis show up specifically in that scenario that we're looking at today. May not find it in the last year. It's kind of not unique, but unique enough to where we may not see it. Yeah, Okay. 2 big downs. Yeah, I'm not really seeing it here. Sometimes it's good to look at the patterns that may show up, again in the future. In the past, and compare it to where you're at now. So I'm also looking forward, just want to finish up with this. What I always look for is the typical geometrical patterns or shapes that you're going to get in price action, okay? So, if I just grab a low here and draw up to where we're at right there, okay, and if I don't know, I'll grab this high right here. Could grab this one or even this one way over here. Let's just grab this one. What do we got going on? It's an upward, some would say it's a channel. Looks a little bit more like, channel, especially if I draw to there. Every upward channel-ish, but it's narrowing just a little bit. Okay, you could also pull from that one, okay, which would make it a little bit narrow. So, depending on where you pull, you can also pull from way back here. Some people are going to pull from here, and you can kind of get a different feel of what's going on. But, upward channel narrowing, okay, it is narrowing here. So that's a concern. Also, just looking at volume. Obviously, during this time, volume was very high, which is typical when you're having a pullback. It tapered off a lot, a little bit of strength. Of course, now we see a little bit of a volume increase, right? On down days, a series of down days, we get a volume spike, okay? Volume definitely tapered off today, okay? So we're going to be mindful of that. So the biggest take that we can get from right now today, guys, is that the market is definitely taking a pause right here. And what's going to happen next is going to help us really determine which way this thing is headed. Okay. All right, guys and gals, that's it for today. Listen, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to click that little bell to be notified of all the videos as I put them out. Take advantage of the membership and the splash screen that's in front of you, guys and gals. Okay, this is a good opportunity. That price is absolutely amazing. I know my members are making good money on some of the videos I'm putting out. Okay, talk to you all real soon again next time.